Hi everyone, I just wanted to make a video of how to change the Hepa filter on your E2 Rainbow. There's a couple different versions of this. This is the same as what is on the E2 Black, so this pretty much work on all the E series except for the earlier version of the single speed. If it was the early version of the single speed, there will be a screw here and a screw here, and then you have to take a screwdriver, pop off the cord wrap, and then there's two screws behind here. But this has the newer style that just has little tabs at the bottom here. So basically you just take the cord off and then push your cord clips in. And on the bottom, let me flip it up and show you. There's a tab here and a tab down here. And this one is actually, I had this cover off already, so I actually can just push these by hand. Sometimes you may need to use a screwdriver and get in there and just pry it out a little. And that's the tabs you push in to pop this out. And you can see these do a fantastic job of filtering and, being a fairly good sealed system, because this vacuum is, right around 20 years old, and this is where all of your exhaust comes out, and you can see it's spotless, no dust buildup, no nothing. And these filters are very easy. There's actually just a slot down here that the filter catches in. So basically you just unhinge it by pulling the top out, and it locks in on that bottom tab there. And this is actually the washable style filter. There are ones that are just disposable that are a little cheaper. This filter cost me about 36 bucks. I'm positive, 100% positive this would be an original filter. It does have some dust. It's hard to kind of see in there into the pleated paper, but it's definitely dusty and dirty. But you can tell the filter does a great job of removing anything out of the air. And there are different styles of this filter. I think the newer ones have an oval shape with a big gasket that seals up around here instead of this rectangular opening. But they're all around the same, way to change them. They all lock in the bottom here one way or the other, and then you just hinge the top down in, and then you reinstall your cover. This vacuum has a little bit of buildup inside it. It's not bad. I know the separator was dirty on this and caked up, so it probably let some debris by. If you use a Rainbow vacuum properly, you don't have any issues. I use a Rainbow that doesn't have a HEPA filter, doesn't have any filter at all, and my air quality is very good in my house. It's very clean. And if you remove the blower port on my vacuum, that's well over 20 years old, it's over 25 years old, you will see that it, it's clean. It's pretty much dust free inside except for some carbon dust from the motor. So when I do these E-series, I just like to kind of get what dust and dirt I can, make it look a little pretty. There's some down in that corner if I can get to it better. It's always nice just to have them cleaned up and taken care of. I'm not going to go crazy, but that looks pretty nice. I can do this when the cover's back on, but there's a little dust around this. You can always, these are cooling vents for the motor. This one actually has an internal HEPA filter to keep the carbon dust from the motor from coming out, which is actually a really nice idea. So, new filter. Oh, nice and clean. It's a genuine wet rainbow. And one thing I wanted to mention about these is there are, obviously the disposable ones, and then there are washable ones, which this is washable. It tells you not to use soap. I have washed some of these that aren't overly dirty, and this one wasn't horrible. I could have gotten away with washing it, could have made it work. But I was ordering parts to fix the actuator for the electric hose on this model, so I figured I'd just get a new filter for it. When I have washed these in the past, since this is a sealed box and there's a paper element in there, these are kind of hard to wash. Well, they're easy to wash, but they're hard to get dry, and dry in a timely manner that they don't get musty. So if you do them, you want to sit them in a way that the water can drain out and keep them away from heat sources. But if you have some place that'll blow air on them or is very dry, like if you have a dehumidifier that runs in your basement, I've actually pretty much set these on top of a dehumidifier to get them dry in a reasonable amount of time that the filter isn't going to get musty and a nasty odor to it. Because I have cleaned many of these filters, but when I was ordering parts, I figured why not just get one. See, just like that, I popped it into that slot at the bottom, and it pops right in. And this, you put there's a tab on both ends at the top. Okay, just like that. Once those two are in, you just push the bottom down and each tab will lock in. And that's all you got to do to change your HEPA filter on your E-Series Rainbow. Please like, comment, and subscribe.